This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. Today is our Just Drive safety event in Kirksville, and the Kirksville Fire Department will be on hand to do car safety seat checks and installations. Captain Joe Schilling is here this morning to walk us through the process. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Ella. How are you?
I'm doing great. So right now we have 2 car seats, and they're different in size. So kind of explain the different types of car seats that a parent might need through the process of their child growing up.
Well, this is your first one that you usually start out with. It's called a rear-facing infant carrier. Basically, it comes with a detachable base. You can put the base in your vehicle, lock it into your seatbelt system or your latch system, and then carry this out and around, and it just clips back in. Very, very handy. It's what most parents go with. It's basically made for the smaller child. It has some insiding padding and stuff that protects the child while in transit in your vehicle. And it's just overall a very effective car seat. Then the next step is called a convertible seat, which we have in this young man over here. And basically it ranges anywhere from starting around 15, 20 pounds all the way up to 65 pounds. It'll rear face for a certain amount of that, and then it'll turn around and go forward facing. So it's a very multiple. It has a head adjustment with padding so that they have the side impact now, which has become very important. And basically it just incorporates the whole kid safety-wise being in the vehicle.
Okay, so let's just talk about the importance. I mean, obviously this serves as a protection, and it is the law to have a child in a car seat or booster seat up to a certain age. When it comes to different types of car seats, I know that, you have the high price ranged ones to, not the name brand kinds. Does it matter when it comes to how much you spend on one? What do we look for when we buy a safety seat for our child?
Well, here's the steps that I tell everybody that asks. It needs to fit your child. It needs to fit your vehicle. It needs to fit your budget. Okay? That's the only thing. All of them that are out there have met the guidance, have met the standards that the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard says. So it's not about the price. The price is something for a little bit of bells and whistles, a little bit easier access, a little bit of easier adjustments. But the bottom line, all car seats are safe. So get one that'll fit your vehicle, that'll fit your child. That's the main thing, and then fit your budget. From there, just make sure they stay in it, because what we have in this area, well, throughout the United States, is basically we do real good here because they have to come out of the hospital in one of these. We do decent in making this transition, but once we get out of this transition, we're losing our kids to just put them in the vehicle with nothing. And that's where we're seeing the injuries, and I'm seeing them firsthand out there on the streets when we have car wrecks. So if you can just maintain your kids in your car seats, maintain them in some type of car seat until they get to that 8 years old, 80 pounds or 4 foot 9 inches tall, we can provide the safety that we need to as parents for our kids.
Okay, and you also mentioned, making sure that it's properly inserted and it fits in your car. And a lot of times what you find, what you run into when people come and ask for assistance is that they have it properly buckled in or something like that. So you're providing free service today during our Just Drive safety event where people can come in if they have any questions or concerns, or even have a car seat already in their car, that you can check it to make sure it's properly buckled in, properly installed, and safe for the child, correct?
Yes, and with this program, what we're trying to do, law enforcement, fire, everybody included, is to educate. We're not there to put blame on anybody. We're not there to judge you. What we want to do is have you come in and we can look them over, give you some ideas, give you some advice. Not all car seats fit vehicles. You need to know that. And if it's not going to fit in there, we'll tell you. If the kid's not in the seat right, if you don't come with your kid, we'll tell you that your seat's right. And then we'll talk to you about how the harness should be. Because there's 4 steps in any place when you put a kid in a seat is. You need to make sure that these are at or above the shoulders if they're forward facing, at or below the shoulders if they're rear facing. This needs to be at armpit level. You can't pinch this. It needs to be tight enough where you can't pinch this. And this needs to be snug down here so that they don't slide down. If you do those 4 things every time you put the kid in the car seat, they'll be safe. These are the type of things we'll tell you out at this Just Drive checkpoint or at the fire department that we do in Kirksville. So just make sure you're taking the time to make sure you're making your kids safe, because they're relying on us to be that judge of how they're safe and that they're safe in that vehicle when they're traveling. And if we don't do that, I've seen the injuries that cause when they're not in their right or in the right car seat, and it's not good. It can change their life for the rest of the time they're alive.
All right, so definitely an important message to all the parents out there. Again, our Safety Day event is taking place today from 3 to 6 p.m. in Kirksville at the Complete Family Medicine parking lot on Baltimore. The Kirksville Fire Department will be on hand with their certified technicians to make sure your car seat is installed properly. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, just come on out. It is a free event, and of course, you can never be too careful when it comes to your precious cargo. And of course, we'll post everything on our website at ktvo.com. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back.